Many scales are created in the piping of the coolant. First, we need to know what causes scale in the coolant piping. The cause of scale is generated when ions such as calcium, magnesium, and silicon dioxide dissolved in cooling water are fused to the piping. Since the cooling piping is a cathode, calcium, magnesium, and silicon dioxide, which are cationized in the cooling water, adhere. When the scale is created in the cooling water pipe, there are two major problems. The heat exchange efficiency of the first related equipment decreases. Even if only 5 mm of scale is created in the cooling water pipe, energy consumption will increase by about 15%. The second scale causes breakdown of related equipment, which increases management costs. The following is a comparison table with other scale removal devices currently on the market. There are several methods, such as magnetic, electronic, and ultrasonic methods, but these methods have the following major disadvantages. Conventional methods do not allow the removed scale to drain out of the sealed coolant line. However, SRD can automatically discharge the removed scale out of the sealed cooling pipe. I will explain the process of SRD removing the scale of the cooling pipe. First, connected to the existing coolant line in parallel, the coolant is delivered to the electrode decomposition device using an SRD internal pump. Second, in the electrode decomposition device inside the SRD, cooling water first attaches scale components calcium, magnesium, silicon dioxide, etc. to the electrodes. After that, it is precipitated in the form of calcium oxide through the electrode's pole conversion and collected in an internal strainer. Third, the scale collected in the strainer is automatically discharged according to the settings set by the solenoid valve. Since it is not a standard for discharge water such as calcium, magnesium, and silicon dioxide, which are scale components, it is discharged through the sewage pipe as discharge water. Last, the cooling water from which the scale component has been removed is sent back to the cooling line. The sent coolant replenishes scale components from existing piping and associated equipment to maintain equilibrium. Through this process, the scale of existing piping and related equipment is removed. I will explain the installation of SRD. SRD is connected in parallel to the existing cooling piping where various heat exchange equipment is installed. The SRD series can be installed without modifying the existing cooling piping. Since it is installed in parallel to the existing cooling pipe, it can be installed without cutting the pipe or modifying the pipe. SRD has the following main features. The main functions of SRD will be explained in detail one by one on the back page. SRD is intuitive and easy to operate by applying Touch LCD. On the Touch LCD, all information of the active SRD can be monitored. In addition, each set value can be changed directly using the Touch LCD. Unlike other companies' products, SRD maintains constant current by internal process. Even if a constant current is sent, the current value fluctuates depending on the type of coolant. SRD has a function to keep the set current value constant. Through this, the scale can be removed constantly regardless of the type of coolant. A small compressor is installed inside the equipment, and the electrode is cleaned by periodically spraying high-pressure air to the electrode. Through this cleaning operation, the life of the electrode can be used longer. There are two ways to drain the scale from the coolant piping. The first is manual discharge. The scale removed through the electrode is captured through a strainer existing therein. When the strainer fills up the scale, the SRD informs you through an alarm. The second is the automatic discharge function. This is a method of automatically discharging the scale at the preset time through a solenoid valve connected to a strainer. When the solenoid valve is opened, the strainer's scale is discharged to the discharge line together with the coolant. By using the communication port in the device, you can control all the functions of the device remotely. In addition, data such as current, voltage, and coolant temperature measured by sensors in the equipment can be monitored in real time. If you purchase a server sold as a separate option, you can access the device through a web browser. Since it is accessed through the URL of the web browser, it can be accessed from any device such as a mobile phone or desktop. This is an example installed in a Korean pharmaceutical company. It was installed on site on August 5, 2109. This is the picture when the scale discharged was operated in the manual mode and the scale capture condition was checked after about a month. You can see that a large amount of scale has been collected. As a result of comparison before and after the operation of the cooling tower eliminator in the bottled water plant in Korea, it can be seen that the scale of the surface was removed. The photo shows the same location change after 35 days of operation. This is a comparison of before and after SRD operation of the heat exchanger intercooler. It can be seen that the surface scale and slime were removed. You can see that many scales have been removed in about 5 months of operation. Although there may be differences depending on the installation site, the investment can be recovered at a savings cost of about 8 months, provided that the cooling facility operates 24 hours a day, 365 days a year based on the existing SRD installation. Standard model and specification of SRD. In addition, it can be ordered for use in large cooling towers.